Thank you. Hellraiser, ball rocks.
I love you.
Yeah, we are back on the Hellraisers Ball, and that was the Sean Grover interview from this past weekend over at Seminole Music and Sound. And I'm back here with Dr. Dan.
Yeah.
And Dr. Dan, before that interview, we were talking a little bit about yourself and
Yes.
about the upcoming Storyteller Tour.
Yes.
So let's go more into your musical influences and your career a little bit.
Well, my career, which is almost null. I mean, I started out as a physician, and after doing that for like 20 years, I decided to get back into music, which was my first love. Ran across John Oliva, and that was like 15 years ago, and ever since then we've been kind of like writing together and loving each other for what we do, and feeling blessed for what we do. And we got to the point where we finally did the Oliva Raise the Curtain album, and have several other albums in the works. And the newest thing right now is this Saturday night coming up, which we're going to do the last Storyteller show for the season. There may be several more in the future. I don't know for sure. But we plan on having a great show with special guests appearing on Saturday night. People that helped us on the last CD. And we're looking very much forward to it, and plan to have a sold-out house. I think it will go great. We'll enjoy it, have a great time.
Yeah, and I for one am looking forward to it.
Cool.
And so I can't wait for Saturday to come. And I heard well, the last time when we were here talking to John, he had said that they're actually going to document this show, right? And
Yes.
they're planning on videotaping it.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
you know, hopefully I'll be actually able to share in that and be one of the people up there,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
helping with it. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
You know, I know we touched on it the last time that, you know, and you and I were talking off air about the next John Oliva record, the next JOP album.
Yes.
And, you know, he had said that this is going to be one of the heaviest records he's ever done, or the heaviest album he's ever done.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about some of the expectations that go along with that.
Yeah, well, they're, you know, phenomenal expectations, but, you know, we definitely want to be able to do it, and we don't want to let down any of the fans. And John and I have both expressed to each other that I guess at this point in our careers that we're too old to fuck around, if I'm allowed to say that. And you know, we want to give something to the people that's very memorable, very different, very heavy, and hope they'll all love it and remember it while we're pushing up daisies someday.
And I think they will. I don't think there's any way that people aren't going to remember it, especially if this last collaboration effort between the two of you is any indication of what's to come. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you. I think it will be too. It's going to be a lot of, you know, it's going to be a lot of hard work. You know, there's going to be a lot of effort put into it. You know, but I really believe we'll be able to pull it off.
Awesome. Now, Outside of collaborating with John, you also have some other projects that you're doing, right?
Yeah. You know, I do a lot of different things. You know, I'm not like stuck in any particular genre of music. You know, I write my Christmas stuff. I sometimes get to help John a little bit. You know, on writing some of TSO stuff. I do other bizarre things, you know, besides writing rock and ballads. I'm into even, which I never thought I would be into, but I do some hip hop stuff and have some gentlemen that I met out at the college that were great with their drum beats and things like that. And so I do that. And all that will be presented also in the future. And but for right now, the main agenda is getting out the best heavy metal album of all time from John Oliva that will be under JOP. We also have in the works the next solo album, and several of those in the works. We have a library right now of approximately 127 songs.
Oh, wow.
That we wrote, let's say, within the past 12 months. We really went on a writing spree after Matt Laporte's demise. That was basically our inspiration to show Matt that we wanted to, write a lot of songs on his behalf and in his memory. And as good as he was capable of writing them, which, he was a genius also, just like John. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to give it our best effort, and see what happens. And we don't plan on letting anybody down.
Awesome. I know I can't wait to hear it. So, are you going to be actually on stage with John at the Storyteller Story? You can't tell us yet.
Yeah, no, I can tell you. I'm going to be there for several songs, okay? Each of us are taking our fair share of the show. I'm going to be doing several songs with him, such as Soldier, 10 Years, Father Time, which Father Time was the second riff his brother Chris Oliva had ever written in his life when he was approximately 13, 14 years old. So I know those three songs I'll definitely be doing with them. Also, in conjunction with all of that, is Tom Morris and Jim Morris from Morris Sound Studios. They'll be filling in on certain songs, and also Dr. Lorian, who's an internal medicine specialist that did do several riffs on several of the songs. He'll be there, and we're just going to have a great time, entertain everybody, and hope everybody has a lot of fun.
And I'm sure everyone is going to have a lot of fun. And on that note, why don't we give people a little more insight as to what's going on by playing the last interview that we did right here.
Sounds good.
At Adventureland Studios.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come back, we'll talk a little bit more, we'll wrap the show.
Okay, sounds
Very
good.
Cool. Here's the John Oliva interview from just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Taped right here at Dr. Dan's Adventureland Studio.
Yeah.
And we'll be back on Hellraiser's Ball in just a little bit.
Rock on.
Are you going to give this interview?
Yeah, we're going to do it right here.
Where do you want to
I'm
stand?
going to stand right by you, right here.
Are you going to be in film?
Can I spot?
All right.
Are we ready?
We're
All right.
ready.
No, very cool.
Dummy up.
It's all
What's that?
recording.
No, very cool.
Let's go.
You guys are recording.
Shut up. Let's go.
Hellraiser's Ball rocking it out right here tonight at Dr. Dan's recording compound, also known as
Adventureland.
Yes.
And I'm here with the mastermind of Sabotage and Dr. Butchers, and of course, John Oliva's Pain.
And a whole bunch of other bands you've never fucking heard of.
And a bunch of stuff nobody ever
Right,
fucking
yeah.
heard of. And we're going to be talking about the Raise the Curtain album,
Yes.
and of course the upcoming Storyteller Tour.
Yes, 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 we have to talk about that. And I have my counterpoints in crime with me.
And we have Dr. Dan behind us, and
Yes.
of course Chris Kender.
Right.
And we'll be talking to these guys too.
Well, we're not gonna really ask them.
No, we're not gonna.
anything. Yeah, we're
They'll
just,
just
they're
chime
here
in.
for good looks.
Okay.
Anyway.
So let's talk about the upcoming tour.
Well, upcoming tour, we're leaving the day after Thanksgiving, and we're going up northeast and stuff and doing this storyteller thing and ending it here in Tampa with a very special show where we're bringing out all the people that worked on the album, Doc and the guys from Morris Sound and people like that aren't going to be with us on the tour, but for the show in St. Pete, we're bringing everyone out. We're going to have a great time and do a bunch of stuff that no one's ever heard of, which is great.
Awesome.
And it's going to be fun, so you got to come out and...
Yeah, I would definitely like to be a part of it.
well, you're going to be there.
Yeah, of course.
We're even going to give you a ticket.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, Chris, all right. All right, maybe we're not going to.
There you go.
We're going to give Piper a ticket and he can give it to you.
That'll work.
Does that work?
That'll work. And so now that's on December 14th.
December 14th at State Theater, the new refurbished State Theater. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to that night more than any of the others because we're going to pull these guys out, the Morris brothers and Doc here and
Diaz.
and all these people that are involved with what Chris and I and Doc are doing with this thing. It's going to be special. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you all got to come out there and laugh with us because on top of that, I'm going to be telling some great stories, embarrassing. Most of the people I'm embarrassing are dead. No offense, but
So you
some
don't have
really
to
funny
worry about
stories.
for a while.
Now, well, it's true stuff.
Right.
And it's going to be great, and you got to come out and see it because it's a once-in-a-lifetime show.
So now this is kind of like a behind the curtain.
Right, behind the curtain, exactly, because it's, it's behind the scenes, and it's basically like, I go through the whole history of Chris and me with Sabotage and even before Sabotage, and going through that whole thing, through the TSO stuff and the JOP stuff, and then this new record, and and touch base and with people that I've been involved with that are no longer with us, like Chris Oliva and Greg Marchak and Matt Laporte and people like that have been a big part of what we've done but are no longer with us, and it's going to be special. So it's something that it's a once in a lifetime thing, and you can't miss it. Chris said that he would even, if you couldn't get a ticket, Chris said he would wait out front and pay for everybody's ticket that didn't have money to buy it.
Well, that's very nice of you, Chris.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's very
Great.
Indeed.
So we can extend that invitation to all the Hellraiser Ball
It
listeners.
was a joke. It was a joke. Actually, it was Dr. Dan who's going to stand out and pay for everybody's ticket. No, it was actually Piper.
Ah, let's
That's
blame
going to
him.
stand out.
Let's blame him.
But no, I just want everyone, it's going to be a great night, great fun, and something we're doing one time. It's a one-time thing, and you got to come out and see it.
Now, some people kind of got a taste of this back in April, correct? Like when you did the April 6th, the pre-CD.
Yeah, we did like a listening thing.
The
So
listening
people
part.
heard, this album, that's why it wasn't called JOP, because it was really a lot of early material of Chris's that I had that I hadn't done anything with yet, and I realized once we started working with it, that it was like, this is not like, the JOP stuff has its sound and its heaviness,
Right.
kind of like Sabotage, and this stuff was kind of very varied. And I was like, this is better if I do it this way. Plus, I've always wanted to be a lead guitar player. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I had Chris Oliva, then I have Chris Caffrey, Al Petrelli, all these guys who are like, and I'm like, fuck them, man. I was like, I want to fucking
Right,
play.
you want to play.
So this was my opportunity, so I got to satisfy my myself doing that, and pay tribute to my brother and make sure that we got all of Chris's music out for the people to enjoy. And that's why I was put under this type of thing. You know, I've been involved with Chris for 10 years plus, and it wasn't like, you know, when we lost Matt, it was a traumatic thing for us. You know, it was like, you know, Chris and me have really been the solids with the JOP thing from the start. It was like, you know, at that time, it's like, Jesus Christ, here we go, and what do you want to do? And then I just thought, at the time, it was best to do this, and do this, get this out. It's a little different, and it gave me and him a chance to sit back and go, what do we want to do with JOP? So we talked and we said, like, well, what we're going to do is we're going to fuck everybody up now, because we did this album, which is very versed and very versatile and very, and the next album, right, but the next album, you ain't going to hear no fucking choirs or anything pretty. It's going to be like,
It's gonna be old school.
I said, I got to do the heaviest record I've ever done. No flutes. That's it. And this new record is going to be the heaviest record we've ever done. So, you know,
Definitely
believe that I have a bridge for sale. No,
Well, I'm
but
looking
it
forward to
is.
hearing
It
that.
is.
So
Oh,
this
you're
is
going to
gonna
love
be
it.
More in line with like the first like 3 Sabotage albums?
No, it's going to bury
This is
those.
gonna
No,
bury
no, those are too weak.
compared
This
to
is
what's
like,
on-
there's nothing happy about this record at all. And I want it that way. There's no pretty things, there's nothing pretty about it at all. It's like, I did enough pretty on this to show everybody, okay, I could do whatever. I like to do different things, but now it's like, you know, I have all these guys with the war paint, yeah, you guys don't get it. It's time to go to school. So, well, it's time to go to school. I know what we should do.
Oh, sexy baby.
Oh, much better.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's-
You bet. Yeah, but you look good.
Willie Nelson, what's up, baby?
Yeah.
Oh, sexy baby.
Oh, much better.
Oh,
Much
yeah.
better.
That's
You bet. Yeah, but you look good. But anyway, JC, that's very
there with you.
important. Everybody show up for this show, because it's gonna be special, and I'm gonna make it extra special for my, you know, hometown, people. You know, we're from here, you know, so for you guys, you're getting the last show of the tour, so we're gonna be well practiced.
Yeah, you're
by the time we get here.
primed up.
There's gonna be no fuck-ups going on. And then we're gonna drag people like this guy out to like perform with us and really embarrass ourselves. So. But it's gonna be great, and I want you to be there, and, you know.
At least you get embarrassed.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be great.
So now, where does the tour start?
Chris, where are we going?
We're going to leave on Friday and drive up to Charlotte as our first gig.
So you're leaving this Friday?
We're Friday after Thanksgiving next week,
Okay.
and then we're go to Raleigh, and we head up the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, Pittsburgh.
Cleveland?
We're heading over towards Cleveland. We're going to be in Akron at Tim Ripper Owens has his own club, so we're going to be going to his place.
Me and him are gonna do Merry Christmas Rabbi together.
Yep. And we're going to be playing at the famous Rex Theater in Pittsburgh. And then we move down, we move over and a little bit down, and then we head down to Dallas and Houston.
How about them Cowboys?
And then back to a 2-day ride home, and then we're back into St. Pete, where
Punish you
we're gonna-
guys.
To punish everybody.
We're
You're gonna love it.
It's gonna be ugly.
We wanna film, we're gonna film that, we're filming that
It's
night.
gonna be long and it's gonna be ugly, but it's gonna be really fun.
To make the St. Pete show a little special.
Make
We're
it different.
we're filming that night, so I want everyone there, and it's gonna be very fun, and you guys are never see a show like this. I watch a lot of these storytellers shows on VH1, they're all fags, all right? It's like, they don't do it right. This is really in-depth, All the stories are true. I'm gonna embarrass myself along with most of the previous members of Sabotage.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be great. And I think that'll give everyone a full perspective of what's gone on through the whole career. Just want everyone to show up and have a good time.
Very
And
cool.
buy as much merchandise as possible.
Of course. And so is there going to be a variety of different merchandise available? for those?
Well, yeah, we're gonna have naked pictures of Dana. No, well, we have, there's gonna be stuff, but we're gonna come out and talk with everybody. And the thing that's great about the show is before the show, I pass a hat around.
Okay.
And there, inside the hat are all these things about what stories I'm gonna tell. So that people can pick, because I've got a million of them. Let me tell you, I got a million. And they get to pick, and those are the stories I'm gonna tell that night. And they're all true. I'm even gonna bring a Bible out on stage and swear on it that everything I'm saying.
Everything you're saying is true.
Lord. Everything I'm saying is true. And it is. And I swear to God on my son's life
Right.
that it's true. Nothing I'm making up, and these guys tell these stories and they're all like, right. I'm telling the truth. Will you shut the fuck up? I'm talking. I mean that. Chris, I could not do anything about this guy. And this guy right here, the same thing. Very talented people, and just come out and, I want you all to just see just how good these guys are. So much the little guy. But this guy here is good.
So now, during the Storyteller show, you're also going to be playing songs with the band in between?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're doing, Chris, how would you explain it? It's kind of like we're doing a lot of stuff live,
Right.
but I'm going to be doing a lot of alternate versions of songs, like the way songs were originally written, that everyone has Sabotage demos. Oh, I got the demo from my...
Right.
Yeah, but you
don't
don't
have
have the original writing CDs.
Right.
Or cassettes that I have. Out on the Streets, for instance, a song that was on 2 Sabotage albums that people have heard with it's all guitar and stuff.
Right.
Well, the song was originally written on piano and played on piano, so that's how I'm going to perform it. So a lot of these songs I'm going to perform the way they were written, not as much the way that people
Not the way
heard
people
them.
heard them, right?
Right, so that's the thing that makes it even more special, is you're never gonna hear these versions again. Well, I'm sure you're gonna record them on your fucking camera phone,
No
but,
problem.
you know what I'm saying? But these are different versions of everything, and the stories that go along with them lead it all up, and it just shows where everything went, from how it started, and, from Chris's first contributions, the way we worked together, through Sabotage, through the losing Chris and having to readapt, and then going to TSO, to JOP, and going through everything up until the present, which is this last album, which also is like a full circle, because this last album contains the first music Chris and I ever wrote together.
Oh, the last of it,
Yeah, and the last of it, there is nothing, the first and the last, there's nothing left.
Wow.
So that, to me alone, makes it something like,
It's very
and the
special.
stories that I'm gonna tell people before certain songs are gonna make you think, and it's gonna be like, wow, I never, because they're all true. And there's some good ones too,
Yeah.
bro, I'll tell you.
I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, no, you can't, I'm telling you, there's some good ones. I know Wackles will be like, I can't believe you told people about this.
Is he invited to the show? Is he
Not this one, no.
No, not this
No,
one.
because it's
No.
where I'm gonna cook them up.
Okay.
Well, no, but it's all in good fun. And there were some funny, Sabotage was a very funny band in its history. There was a lot of funny shit that went on. Tom, what the fuck? A lot of funny shit, but it's all true.
Right.
And shit that people have seen, this Anvil show on VH1,
Uh-huh.
Anvil, Spinal Tap. Dude, I'll make that shit look like fucking Mary Poppins fucking...
So what are the chances of a Sabotage documentary?
I don't know, I'm working on a book. So these are excerpts from this book that I'm putting together. Kind of like going through the whole thing. So these are certain stories that I have treasured that are great, that I've pulled out.
Right.
Like Wackles with the hairy Holland woman, and duct tape on the plane wings, and the dwarf with cocaine up his nose and the bad bowels of the mountain king fitting. All shit that people are gonna be like, holy shit, and it's all true. I wouldn't make it up, because you can't make shit like
No, you
this
can't.
up. I'm not that good. Anyway,
Enough people
he's-
get to hear it. So now what about talk about the record?
well, the record is, I'm very proud of. My two friends here, dearest friends, their help on this record was just, without them, this record would not have happened. This guy here, who, after we lost Matt, I spent a lot of time down here with him because I was getting over what was going on with Matt. And it was very early because I was working in the afternoons with TSO, so I would come here and hit this poor bastard. I'd go, call him at 8:30, going, are you up? Well, I am now. I'm coming over. So I just started coming over, and I just kind of and then with Chris had a lot of stuff going on, so Chris was more like in the later part of the day, so it was kind of like I would come here and fiddle around with him for a few hours, and I'd go to TSO and get tortured for, a couple, 2-3 hours, and I would either come back here or I'd call him and go I can't take it anymore.
Right.
But these guys, when it come down to crunch time, this record, without them, forget it, would never have happened. Doc, as far as his songwriting goes and his bizarre organ playing, because he's like me, he doesn't have any clue what he's doing. Kinder's the only one of the three of us that has any kind of what's going on. He knows well, this is 4 and 12, and we're like, 4, 12, 16, what's the difference? Well, he's like, there's a big fucking difference. But we didn't know that, so he's like me.
You just tinker around.
He reminds me of my brother, except he plays organ or keyboards instead of guitar. My brother used to do the same thing this guy would do to me. I'd go don't mess with anything, and I'd come here the next day and he'd go hey man, I messed with that thing last night. I told you not to touch it. Right. But he made it better.
Right.
Chris would come in, I'd go well, I got this, and he'd go well, let me mess it, and he would go take it home and come back and play a beat for me, and it would be like, all right, well, yeah, whatever, you just play this one, and I'll just gotta move over.
Right.
Because they're very talented like that, so I'm very lucky to have.
Yeah, it's great to have people you can collaborate with.
These two I trust fully, no one, especially that guy, no one else I trust, but these guys, put my life on the line with them anytime. And they're very talented, and they're wonderful dancers and a lot of fun at parties.
And that makes it even more entertaining. And so, we're gonna hear some of the songs off the new record.
Yeah,
when you,
we should listen to
play.
Father Time, which is the first Chris Oliva riff that was used as a song. It was the second riff that he wrote. The first riff he wrote was Smoke on the Water backwards. And he comes to me and goes, I got this great riff. Bam, 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 bam. I'm like, it's fucking Smoke on the Water. All right. And he goes home all pissed off. He comes back the next day and he goes, I got this new riff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking of, now it's going to be what, Space Truckin' or Highway Star. And he goes, I was like, oh, great. So Father Time is actually the first song that Chris wrote a part and we took it together and wrote a song together. That's why that song is so important. We should listen to it right now. What do you think?
I think it's a great time to listen to it.
I love this man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't need to whine.
Hellraiser's Ball, and that was Father Time by John Oliva. So
And
now,
these guys.
being that's one of the first riffs that was ever, well, the first riff that.
That's the first Chris Oliva song.
Why hasn't it ever popped up on a Sabotage album before?
Well, because I didn't find it until
So it kind of got lost in the shuffle.
I had a shoebox full of tapes, cassette tapes, that when Chris passed away, that I had gotten. And if you've noticed through the whole JOP era, every album, Chris Oliva was a part of every JOP album. Because I would go through these tapes and I would find these little things and I would be like, oh, great, you know. And then after Festival album, I was like, God, I've only got like 3 or 4 of these cassettes left. And I went and I put them on. The first cassette had like, you know, on Eastern Rocket, you know, nothing. It was like, what is that? Or it had like the Cars on it. And then I found these two, and it was this stuff from very early.
So
Where
this is before, like, before Sabotage.
this is before
Avatar.
Avatar.
Right, before Avatar. Like, you had another band called Alien, correct?
Alien Metropolis, we were a bunch of stuff.
Right.
These songs were the first group, the stuff on this is the first group of music that Chris and I wrote together. That we were like, let's write a song together. So Father Time was one. The song 10 Years, he had this chorus, you know, I live these lonely days, 10 years has slipped away. And Danny had this piece of music that was great, and I loved it, and I was like, I had this little bit of Chris music, and I was like, God, I need something to put this in. And I come to his house one day, and he goes, I got this great song. And all of a sudden, I just said, like, oh my God. And I went, boom, boom, I live, right off of his song, and it went like this, it went.
Well, it just all came together.
It just came together.
Totally
Totally
freaked me
came
out.
together.
Totally freaked me out.
Yeah, we were both looking at each other going like,
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a magical moment.
very magical. And that's the thing. Now, the song we're going to listen to is my favorite on the album. It's called Can't Get Away. And this is a song when Chris first got his 12-string double neck. And we couldn't, it took us 4.5 hours to tune it.
Oh,
We
wow.
actually had to call the music store going, how do you tune this fucking thing? But we got it in tune.
It's not easy if you never tuned
And
it.
I'll show you, I'm gonna demonstrate for you right now. Chris came up with this part, and it was, and that was it, and it was all on this 12-stringer he was going. But I never did anything with it. So then when it came to this album, I had some stuff that I was like, and I was able to work Chris's stuff into it. And that's why this song means a lot to me, because the ending, where it gets very big and we have real horn section come in, it's like, gotta get stronger inside, gotta start changing. That was all something Chris had that we had never used before.
Yeah.
So it was very cool because I was able to take these two little fragments that he had, that this one thing that was like 12 seconds long. That was all there was on the cassette. Then it went, and then you heard Waffles going like, I can't hear my cymbals. You know, I'm like, you interrupted that for I can't hear my fucking cymbals. But that's the truth. And then the other thing I had was just Chris sitting there with an acoustic going, la, 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 la. And he was just playing the acoustic going. I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's great. What if I did it? And we took it and we added the brass and the heavy, Chris added the heavy drum beat, and we added the horns, and Doc and I, we added the horn section. It was like all of a sudden it went from, well, it went from Chris Oliva going, to what you hear on the album, which you're going to hear in a minute at the end, where it's all, but I gotta get stronger, and we took it and made it boom, big, and you're going to hear it here in a second.
Right?
See how I demonstrated that? I don't even get paid extra for that shit at all.
So give us a quick intro to it, and let's cut to the song.
It's called I Can't Get Away. It's my favorite song on the album as well as these guys too, right? Yeah.
Yeah!
Here we go.
Darkness now is all I see. Since you put your spell on me, you're always right, I'm always wrong. And I can't take it anymore. Stop on a dime. Never could quite find the time to tell you I'm still holding on to you. I'm still holding on to you. I'm still holding on. Sadness now is all I feel. You know these feelings are so real. How much longer can I go on? For my feelings for you are gone. Yeah. hide from the truth, so I guess I'll give up. And I gotta get stronger inside. Gotta stop changing the tide. Stop drinking away my life. But I know I can get away. Now I can get away. Now I can get away. Now I can get away. And I know deep inside I'm a fool for your love. I can't hide from the truth, so I guess I'll give up. And I gotta get stronger inside. Gotta stop changing the tide. Stop drinking away my life. But I know I can get away. Now I can get away. Now I can get away. Now I can get away.
And we're back with Hellraiser's Ball, and that was Can't Get Away.
Can't Get Away.
So tell us, like you were telling me a little bit more about the
Well,
song.
Can't
but
Get
we went to
Away,
break.
Can't Get Away is the ultimate song if you want to hear every aspect of my musical career, whether it be with before Sabotage, TSO, JOP, to here. This song offers it all.
It encompasses a little bit of everything.
It encompasses everything. It has the second riff that Chris Oliva ever wrote, which is that chorus part. I don't care for you, which I demonstrated before. And that's very cool to me. And then the contributions from my cohorts here were very important. His drums on that song, especially in the ending stuff, was great. This guy, I talk too much about him. He's short.
I just fill in a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't use any of this shit.
Didn't use any of it?
No, we used
Yeah, whatever.
We had other people come in.
We'll keep it between us.
Just between you.
Yeah. I don't hear anything.
But we used real horn players from USF. The guys from Morristown, I was like, we want real horns. And actually, Danny did write this horn part, but it sounded so cheesy on the keyboards. I was like, I can't be cheesy.
Right.
So we got real horn players to come in, and it was funny because we had two little short Chinese women
Yeah.
and this big, huge, gigantic guy that makes me look small.
Oh, wow.
And this other guy, and the big, gigantic guy, I'm like, this guy's gonna be playing like, bro. He pulls out a piccolo trumpet this big.
That was it.
And the Chinese girls who were like,
They were blowing the big horn.
they were playing these big tenor saxes that were like bigger than they were.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going like,
Yeah.
so I offered them all to come out and party with me, but they all chickened out.
Yeah,
They all checking out.
They left. They were like, nope, sorry, we got class tomorrow. I'm like,
Gotta go.
well, why don't you call me when you have no class?
Right.
They won't get away with that next time.
Next time, we're not letting them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But this song is my favorite song on the album, so I hope you enjoyed it. This guy right here, JC, listen to him. He's a good guy, even though he wears funny clothes. He's a good guy, and come to the show. We're all going to be there. He's going to be here too.
I will definitely be there.
State Theater.
December
Stay there.
14th.
December
Theater,
14th.
John Oliva, Storyteller Store.
VIP package tickets on sale.
Yes.
Well, tell them more about how they can get tickets in advance.
Well, Chris.
Well, yeah, you can go to Daddy O's, I think, is down in St. Pete there, the big across from the
Are you
State
talking about
Theater.
Daddy Cool
Yeah,
Records?
Daddy Cool Records. You can go there. You can go to the State Theater. You can get them online. If you want to get the ultimate VIP package for the State Theater Show, which includes sound check, show ticket, T-shirt. One of the cool things that we're offering on the for merchandise on this tour is that we had a local artist who did a freehand pencil sketch, a beautiful portrait of John from playing one of our live shows. We're doing a limited edition 300 copy run, signed and numbered. So that's all part of the package, or you can buy one at the show. You know.
And now they can get more information about the VIP package.
Yeah.
Call him.
Yeah.
Call this guy right here.
Yeah, well,
Wanna give me a number?
yeah, you can go to the John Olivas Payne Facebook page. Go to the event section. Everything's there. You can get all the details to where to buy tickets. All the ticket links are there for all the shows. Up the East Coast, everything.
Everything is on Facebook.
Everything, you can get everything on Facebook. It's all there. All the links, everything you need to do to get it. And-
Website?
Yep.
Yep.
Can they get it through the website?
Well, you can go to johnoliva.net for the info, but really, if you want to go to Facebook, it's going to be your best.
Torture this guy.
It's going to be your best
And
way.
people will be more informed as to up-to-date information on what's happening.
Absolutely, yeah. All the day of show opportunities, and we're constantly thinking of stuff we want to do. We're leaving next week, but we're still thinking. So.
To end, I just want to say, I want to give our condolences to a dear friend of ours, Barry
Yeah,
Lamb,
Barry
who passed away. And I want to say, we love him very much. I knew him since 1987. He was a great guy, a big supporter of me and Chris.
Yeah.
And he's going to be missed. He had a great heart, and I'm very sorry to hear that news. And the show in St. Pete will be dedicated to him. So
Awesome.
there you go.
And I'm sure there'll be more news about memorial things that are coming up for Barry and stuff like that.
I'm sure there will be.
And we'll keep people posted on the Hellraiser side.
But I want everyone to know he was a very big supporter of Sabotage in the early days
Oh yeah.
when we
You
were
guys were way.
and he was there for a lot of stuff. Actually, he's involved in some of the stories I'm going to tell. And, we're going to miss him. He was a great guy with a great heart. And I just want, everyone to say a prayer. And we'll see you in St. Pete.
Yep. And we'll see everybody on December 14th. And
Rock on.
I love you.
Hey, listen, I
Time
was
to go
doing
fuck
it.
Hey, come on, bitch. Come on, step it up. Come on, man. This is on the air tonight, goddammit! He knows I'm funny. He likes me. What are you doing?
Fucking around with this guy's camera. You thought I was gonna say dick, didn't you?
Yeah, I really did, man. I thought you were. Oh, we believe it, Jason.
you believe it.
I believe, with a hat like that, I believe anything.
I need to tie like that
Oh,
tied around
shit.
me.
Here we go. Come on, man. I thought you two were professionals. What the fuck do I have to do to get you guys some... Come in!
Yeah, I just been too lazy.
Nothing beats a
I mean, it
loaded
almost takes
pistol.
1 minute.
No, this is Ricky's curse.
This is internet,
Yeah,
right?
it's internet.
Hey, we're live? We're live?
Put that on silent.
No,
Bill collector.
And
We wouldn't normally.
I'm not paying you a fucking dime.
I'm recording
Take
right
care of
now.
that.
No, I better not.
You know we like you, Jason.
Yes.
Don't know why yet, but we're figuring out a way, the reason why.
It's not fucking it up. Yeah, it's recording.
We're gonna have fun.
Are we
I'm just
recording?
gonna stay stoned.
Yeah.
Deal with you guys.
Shut up!
I hope he's gonna take the sound out of this.
No, he's not.
That's
Why
the
would we
funny
start
shit.
calling you like,
We'll trust the
if you want to
videographer.
take a picture of my dick, you're gonna need a bigger lens.
Pull it out, but when you do, we gotta go in a room
She can blow
by
it out.
Can't print
ourselves.
shit like this,
And
right?
she can blow it up. She
I'm
can
doomed.
blow it up.
I'm doomed. All right, fine.
I don't know if we have time to edit this before we air it.
Just air it. We don't
Yeah, we'll just air
care.
it
Does it
later.
look like we give a shit?
We don't give a fuck.
I'm telling the truth.
Right.
And some of it is pretty fucking
Have you
funny.
seen Mike Tyson's Truth?
He's in homo.
Did you see that though? He's on,
He's a homo.
that was some badass
Don't ever
shit.
tell him I said that.
No, no.
I did meet Mike Tyson once. He was about this tall with a neck like this big. It was like, oh, Mr. Tyson, and he was like,
He's like a
hey.
caged animal like that.
I met him at a newsstand.
Hey, don't talk bad about Tyson, all right?
Who invited you into this fucking interview anyway? This is a loose interview because
Could you lose
look
your
at
bus
this,
to Douglas?
look at this
Look at the crowd we got here.
special ed class that I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm involved with. Will you shut the fuck up? I'm talking. You rolling?
You're rolling.
Action!
The name of the song, man?
Can't get away.
Okay.
You're informed, I see.
Of course.
No, of course
Right.
not. Well,
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I thought you're the director.
well, no, you're supposed to
You're
take
supposed-
action. I'm
No, he's supposed to say
No,
action.
he's not. He's got to have
He's the director. Go ahead, man.
Okay.
Action.
action.
Okay. And we are back on the Hellraisers Bowl.
Alrighty.
Got a little feedback going on here. Let's cut that. And that was the John Lever interview that was recorded right here
Yeah.
just a few short weeks ago. And of course, John and company are on the road right now, finishing up the Storyteller Store, which is going to culminate right here
Yes.
in St. Petersburg, Florida, this coming Saturday, December 14th.
Yeah.
And hold on a second here. Being that we're Sans Engineer, let me make sure that we got proper audio going on. Everything looks pretty good. So I'm really looking forward to that, you know, and everything that John was talking about as far as this show, how it's going to be completely different than all the other shows that are going on right now, because this one's going to be like a one-off special event type thing. So
Absolutely. This,
Um,
this is for the Tampa Bay fans, man.
this is the Tampa Bay fans. So anybody that's watching this live tonight, or anyone that sees the replay of this broadcast, you know, get your ass to the State Theater
Absolutely.
this Saturday, December 14th. I think doors open at is 7 or 8 o'clock.
I think around 7.
I think doors open at 7. I think the show starts around 8. You can get more information by going to the John Levis Payne page,
Yes.
and they'll have the most up-to-date information on there, more than likely. I know that you could also go directly to the JOP website
Correct.
and get information, but I would assume Facebook would probably have the most up-to-the-minute info.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now there's also a VIP package available for this show,
Yes.
which Chris Kinder talked about in the interview.
Yes.
Anyone who's a John Oliva fan, I would strongly recommend trying to get one of the VIP tickets, because that comes with the whole package with a meet and greet, plus they get a T-shirt.
Yes, and they get to be there, I think, for sound check and, you know, for many hours prior to any of the fans showing up. Yes.
Right. So I don't know if that is actually sold out or not yet, but check online. I'm sure it's available if you go to look for tickets.
Yes.
And I think the link is actually right on the JLP website. There's a link to buy tickets
Yes.
on there.
Yes, it is.
And I'm sure it'll come up VIP package or whatever. I know I'm going to be there. Dr. Dan's going to be there. I know there's a lot of special guests that are going to be there for the show. So looking forward to seeing as many friends and fans as possible.
Yeah,
this Saturday.
pretty much everybody that participated on the creation of the CD. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's really going to be an amazing show. Something that I would never miss, even if I wasn't a part of this whole thing.
Yeah, it's the only.
Just as a fan alone, it's just going to be an amazing night.
Yeah, it's it's one in a million because I mean this is a very special show. I mean compared to, even though he has a phenomenal career, okay, but this is very very special for the Tampa Bay fans.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a very special show, and of course I want to thank everybody that was involved in making these last two interviews happen. Of course, I got to thank you, Dr. Dan,
Thank you very much.
one, sitting in with me tonight and talking to me, of course, for allowing me to have the interview with John Levy here. I'd also like to thank Melinda Morse, who was one of the videographers who helped
Yes.
produce the John Lever interview with me.
Yes.
Of course, Jason Taylor from Drop Shot, who also is now has his own production company, JT Productions, and he helped me out with the editing on the John Lever interview. That interview you and I were talking about
Yes.
off the air was done on multiple platforms.
Yeah, amazing. Just amazing.
So it's actually a hybrid piece that was done on a PC and a Macintosh. 4 different programs to actually make it happen.
Wow.
Final Cut Pro, iMovie, Pinnacle, and actually, believe it or not, Windows Movie Maker. And it all came together in what you saw on here tonight.
Yeah.
We also kind of touched on this off air. That interview will be available as a standalone interview after the Storytellers tour culminates on Saturday.
Very
So
cool.
you can find that on YouTube between Sunday and Monday. Definitely by Monday the latest, it'll be available as a standalone piece where people could, could view it in its entirety, just the way it was here, without having to watch the entire show around it.
Yes.
Also, I want to thank all the people over at Seminole Music and Sound, especially, the manager over there, John Spinelli,
Yes.
who hooked me up and got me the interview with Sean Drover from Megadeth. I want to thank Sean Drover for taking the time to talk to me, and all the people over there at Seminole Music and Sound. And from what I understand, we may actually be able to give away a pair of tickets for the John Oliva Storyteller show over in St. Petersburg, Florida. As of tonight, I don't have all the information, so we cannot give it away tonight on the show. If I know that that's possible, as of tomorrow, between tomorrow and Friday, I will post on Facebook how you can win the tickets, and we'll have some kind of a contest or some kind of a thing where, the Hellraisers Ball fans will be able to win. There's only one pair available,
Yeah.
and that's it. We're looking forward to seeing everybody on Saturday over at the State Theater. We got a great show coming up next week, and this year is definitely going to finish off really strong. We have a lot of surprises in the works between now and New Year's,
Yes, we did.
and so look forward to seeing even more great interviews coming your way, and some special guests and surprises between now and then. Dr. Dan, thank you once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
It was
much.
my pleasure.
My pleasure
And
too.
we'll definitely do it again. And until next time,
Rock on. Yeah, dude, I'm just telling you straight up. Over the
Panties off, girl, this ain't truth or dare. Come get high with me, baby. 60 seconds.
love you.